I have a tendency to check out and then not do anything. And I'm not necessarily checked out, but boy howdy am I kind of close. I've been close for a while now, but it is just not happening. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I've been working on the channel just, I don't want to say nonstop, but a lot. Like most of my free time is spent working on the channel, which is good. You know, not checking out is a fantastic thing. It's just, I'm finding it weird. I don't think I've ever felt like this, where like, I know I'm about to check out, but I'm just not checking out. And that's just an odd feeling to me. But I certainly haven't had, like, you know, I recently bought the Elden Ring DLC in anticipation for Night Rain. And I've been excited to play the DLC for the longest time. I just never had the money for it, and I'm super excited for Night Rain. I bought that and the DLC at the same time, but for whatever reason I can't get myself to play it. And I don't know if it's just because, like, you know, I'm a content creator, so like I'd like to record and all that shit, and what was I saying? I want to play the DLC, but you know, I'd have to I don't have to record, but I should. I should, and I want to record, and I also should be streaming, but I just can't get myself to fucking stream either, man. So I just haven't been playing anything. After Monster Hunter, I was going to play no matter, like, Monster Hunter is like my jam. I will play that no issue. I will record no issue. I will have the greatest time of my life playing Monster Hunter. But for the most part, I'm done with Monster Hunter. Like, I'll cover updates and shit, but the main series is done. And it's also been the only thing I've been editing, and that's kind of sucks. You lose interest in editing the same footage just nonstop, and that's basically been like my entire March, and we're like, what, halfway into April as of this recording. I have no idea when this video will come out or if it'll ever come out. So yeah, I think I just needed to play. I mean, first of all, I couldn't even get myself to play anything at all. Monster Hunter has always been like my turn off your brain game and just chill out, and that's I have been doing that, but I think I've gotten to a point where I've just kind of like exhausted that. I'm like, okay, now I'm ready for something else. But for some reason, I just can't get myself to play Elden Ring. And I think a lot of it has to do with like being on as a content creator. I just don't want to be on. Sometimes I just want to play a game. And that's, I mean, like, Monster Hunter is that for me, but it's also not difficult for Monster Hunter to be like, hey, all right, I can react to shit. Like, oh, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, Monster Hunter doesn't feel that way. I don't really feel like I'm totally like forcing myself to be on for Monster Hunter. And I don't really know where I'm going with this. I'm just kind of like spouting nonsense. I honestly, I've completely forgotten where I was going with anything. And what I said, fuck, dude, I keep losing track of what I was saying. And I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, because I think that just means I'm like into what's going on in the game. I think Elden Ring could also be a very, like, I don't really have to be on, like, the reactions will just come as they come. There is a lot of downtime in Elden Ring where you're just like running from place to place. And I guess like, it's like there is like a sense of like anxiety I get from recording, because I always feel like I'm not entertaining. And plus, like, for a long time now, I've been recording with my best friend, whether he's playing with me or he's just like in the background and stuff. And I've like lost all confidence I had in recording things on my own. And that kind of super sucks. And I guess, I don't know, maybe, which you would think like Stardew Valley is like the worst thing to do, because like this game has so much downtime because you're walking so slow and you're going from place to place. I think it's also like the need to, one, play something new, and then two, play something that's just like relaxing, even though I said it'll turn into absolute madness. And I don't think it's going to take that long before it gets crazy. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I guess that's just where I am with content creation. I'm just in a very, what's the word? I don't want to say imposter syndrome, because that kind of implies that like I am good at what I'm doing, but I'm not good at what I'm doing. I have to relearn how to do stuff on my own, because I can't expect him to be around for everything. Plus, there's so many single player games that I love. Like, I mean, like, I love playing story games and single player games and all of that stuff, and it just doesn't make sense to rely on someone else when this isn't like a group channel, you know? You know. I also feel bad having him around when like I don't know. I always ask him like, hey, are you okay with being in this? Or if I'm live streaming, like, hey, are you okay if I'm streaming? And he's always fine with it. I always ask, and he never says like, oh no, don't, or I don't want to be in it or whatever. But it's still a matter of like, I don't know. I don't want to be annoying about it. I don't want to like put this content creation stuff on someone who doesn't want to do it in the first place. And I don't think it's that he doesn't want to do it. It's just like, it's not his thing. And my word, I don't even know if I'm like wording it correctly. It's like when you're out in public, like you're always thinking like, oh, that person must think I'm an idiot or something, or they must think poorly, when in reality the person's not even thinking about you whatsoever. I guess like I'm overthinking things to an extreme degree because that's just the kind of person I am. And I'd rather be that than not be that, because to not have that worry that you're bothering someone probably means that you are bothering someone. If you're not conscious of like how people feel about certain things, then odds are you might be an issue. I think it's common that people who overthink these things tend to not be an issue, as opposed to the people who don't think about it at all. I think that's probably the best way to put it.